Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lakbay. My name is 134, and I hope you have a good time today. In a previous episode, we started our first episode on 1.0.14, which is the one that includes the new mob chickens, the new block jukeboxes, cactus farming, and so on. And we have been slowly gathering our eggs to reach our goal of a dozen. We have also made ourselves several several arrows, in fact. We have made ourselves a stack last episode, and so we have been slowly using them finally in order to fight mobs. But that doesn't stop me from dying, unfortunately. I still died several times while preparing for this episode, unfortunately. But that's fine, really. This is not a hardcore series, and so we can die as many times as we need in order to keep going. Now it is time for us to discuss our next goal for this episode, and I think we should start thinking about our treasure room or our treasure building. I want to create a building or a space in which we could start storing our precious items, our treasure items, the important items, the memorabilia from this series. First step is, of course, just choosing where to build that building. I want it to be on this area over here for where we have our base, but not too far away that we cannot visit it often. Perhaps on top of this hill, or perhaps on top of that hill over there. Not quite sure just yet. Let me think about it. Alright, after some thinking, I've decided to use this area over here. I'm gonna make a rather large building over here for our main rooms. And we also have this hill over here we can use to make a vault. And we can even make a tower on top of it to help defend the building and to store additional treasures. So let's start by just laying out what that building's footprint would be. Let me think about it some more as I decide where or what shape this building shall be. Now, to keep our treasure room safe, our treasure vault safe from mobs, I've decided to use iron doors. So here we have the recipe for an iron door. And that is because it needs redstone to power it, or it needs to be powered to open. Now, generally that means that monsters cannot easily open these doors. And so I want to set up some sort of redstone system in order to make sure that only I can get inside the vault. Now let's make the rest of our iron doors. So we need a total of 4, so 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4 total iron doors. Now let's get back to our site and show off what we have built. So we are now back at our site, and let us show off what we have done so far in terms of the layout. Here we have our iron door. Can we break an iron door with a pickaxe? That's a good question. Yes, we can. Here we have a large circular room which we will be using as our primary storage area for our treasures. As our initial storage area for our treasures, rather. This will be our first room. Then we have 2 hallways, one heading out east and heading into the hill, and one heading south that heads into a large square room into this body of water over here. Now we're gonna have to cut into this hill over here in order to build that room, but that's fine. I'm okay with disrupting the landscape a little bit in order to build our buildings. Now where do we put the rest of the doors? One will be placed over here in the area heading into the hill. Another will be placed over here, heading into the hallway. lines. You see what I'm doing? There we go. And one will be placed before our large room over here. So let me just line that up. So somewhere over here. So these are our main doors. The inside doors will be much easier to open than the outside doors since I want this to be as mob-proof as possible so that only 13.4 can open it. And perhaps anyone else who comes to visit my world can possibly open it as well. I only want players to be able to open these doors and check out my treasures. But yeah, this is my layout. But I will have to gather a lot more resources in order to actually build this building since just laying it out has used up most of my cobblestone, unfortunately. So we're gonna spend some time gathering some more resources in order to build our building. My goal is to get a lot of cobblestone, a lot of iron, a lot of coal since we're running out of coal as well. And if we can get ourselves some more redstone and diamonds, since as far as I know, a jukebox costs a diamond anyway, so we'll get both a treasure in our first diamond and a diamond for our jukebox. Alright, so let's head back in the direction of our base. So our house is right there. And you'll be heading down into the mine. Just keep lighting up this place. Okay. So I'm just gonna prepare to mine. And we'll be right back once we have gathered a lot more resources. Okay, it looks like slimes are still actually spawning, so that's fun. It means we're gonna have to fight off these slimes in order to progress. Or to not die as well. Don't die, don't die. Okay. Eat. Lots of slimes spawning for some reason. Okay. Oh god. Why am I not hitting this thing? Okay. There you go. I was lied to! Changelog said there weren't any slimes. I mean, I just misread. I could have misread. But there's so many slimes all over the place. Okay. Let's just start mining then. Alright, some good news and bad news. Good news is that we have a lot more stacks of cobblestone, a lot more redstone, a little bit more iron, and some coal. Bad news is we still haven't found any diamonds yet. So that means we still aren't able to craft our jukebox, nor are we able to get our treasure in our first diamond. So what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna go back to base and keep all our things inside there. Not die, hopefully. There you go. Keep all the things inside our base, and then come back for another mining session. This time probably won't be recording unless we find anything particularly interesting. Like, well, diamonds. Or unless I die, I guess. But I hope I don't die once I come back to this mine. That said, I also have some more stacks of cobblestone over here that I just forgot about. So we're gonna pick up some of those so we can continue our building. Now, since we're back at our base anyway, let's do a couple of things. First, I made myself a couple of chests so I can store some of our items at our build site. Next is to build a couple of furnaces. In order to smelt some of our cobblestone into stone. For now, I'll just put these furnaces over here. So we can smelt like a couple of stacks perhaps of cobblestone into stone. I wonder if we can do that. I guess we'll find out. Hey, the chicken. Come here. Okay. Then let's convert all these into planks. Okay. So this should turn to stone. Yes, they do. Okay, and then let's put those planks there so that we can slowly see that those turn into stone because I want to use those as a building material. Now, as I was trying to build the furnaces earlier, I found out something. I thought that you needed stone to do this, however, turns out that you only need cobblestone to make these, the stone slab. So this is one of the first blocks in Minecraft that do not have a full block hitbox. These are only half a block high, which means they are useful for building walls, for building floors, for building stairs, and for lots of other things. So, we're gonna make a lot of those because I want to use them as one of my main building blocks for our vault. So let's start spam clicking. And a little bit more. There you go, 3 stacks of stone slabs. Now, one thing I noticed just now is that 3 cobblestone makes 3 stone slabs. So that means it's literally 1 stone per stone slab, or 1 cobblestone per stone slab. So that's not very efficient, but once again, they're just such a useful material that I just love them, really. So first, put those there, just so we have a step up towards our base. Then we're gonna use the rest. Wait, does that only give you 1? It only gives you 1. Okay, these are not very efficient blocks, are they? But I just like them so much. And so I'm gonna keep using them. So I'm gonna bring these to the site, our build site. And then I'm gonna go back into the mine and continue mining our resources. And finally, we have found our first diamond ore. And just as our iron pickaxe was running out of durability as well, so that makes me pretty happy. And we found exactly 2 diamonds. So that's exactly enough to give us our first treasure diamond and also to make ourselves our jukebox. So now it is time for me to run back to base and craft that jukebox. I really need to make windows, like glass windows in this house, because otherwise this is gonna keep happening. I let in a skeleton in order to fight it, and it just went ahead and killed me. Amazing. Let's reorganize as always. But yeah, there's something in the basement. So it looks like nothing fell over there. So let us now craft our jukebox. So I'm pretty sure it's just 8 planks and a diamond, which now creates our jukebox. Hooray! So I'm gonna place this upstairs next to our bookshelf over here. That is now our newest block. And then we have our new treasure, which is first the iron pickaxe that picked the first diamond, and of course our first diamond. We now have new treasure items, and now it is time for me to organize the rest of my stuff. But that is where we'll end our episode. So in this episode, we continue gathering resources in order to start building our treasure vault. And with that, we were able to get a lot more cobblestone, a lot more redstone, but most importantly, our first diamond. And with that, we were able to make our first jukebox. And so we are moving ever closer towards completing all our progression goals for 1.0.14. We need to fix this farm, by the way. I need to make some walls, otherwise chickens and stuff will just keep spawning here. Other mobs will just start spawning here and destroy our farmland, but anyway. That is it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll continue working on our progression goals so that we can then move on to the next version of Minecraft. Well, if you want to see what happens next, please do feel free to subscribe, but for now, the grind continues. Goodbye everyone!